We here at the Sports History Network proudly partner with 26 podcasts, all revolving around the history of sports. But did you know that many of our hosts were sports history authors way before they started their shows? It's true. We've got Joe Ziemba, host of When Football Was Football, Joe Zagurski, host of Pro Football in the 1970s, Mark Morthier, host of Yesterday's Sports, Tommy Phillips, host of Lombardi Memories, and Scott Adamson, co-host of From the 55-Yard Line. All these authors have many books for you to choose from. To check them out, go to our website at sportshistorynetwork.com/sportshistorybooks. Pick up your copy today. Soundtrack provided by Kevin MacLeod of filmmusic.io.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends in sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pigpen, your place for all things great in team sports history. And we're going to talk about some of the greatest events that's happened in sports on July 4th in history of North American sports. So we're trying to preserve this each and every day, at least a small sampling from the athletes and the events that they did by the uniform numbers that they wore. And the uniform numbers we'll be talking about today are the jerseys at numbers of 5 and number 4. July 4th, 1905, when two titans of baseball mound squared off, you just know something epic had to come out of it. And it did. Major League Baseball Hall of Fame pitchers Rube Waddell for the Philadelphia Athletics and Ace Cy Young of the Boston Americans matched up in a 20-inning classic. The Philadelphia win 4-2, and it was just a phenomenal game. The National Baseball Hall of Fame website called it the Game of the Ages, and there was no disputing that. Each star hurler tossed between 250 and 300 pitches in the extra inning contest. One would think that this was a long day, and it was, but it wasn't even the first game played that day between these two clubs. It was the second of a doubleheader. According to the National Baseball Hall of Fame website, it went something like this. Quote, in game one of the scheduled doubleheader, Waddell came on with one out in the ninth inning to preserve a 5-2 Athletics lead, earning a save by today's rules. In the second game, the lanky and zany, and some would say crazy left-hander started off a bit shaky, allowing 2 runs in the bottom of the first. The A's first baseman, Harry Davis, tied things up with a 2-run homer off of Cy Young in the 6th inning. Then followed 13 innings of scoreless baseball as Waddell and Young went toe-to-toe on the mound. On several occasions, the Americans got men on third base, but Waddell would pitch his way out of the jam each time. Philadelphia had its moments as well, but Young was able to beat them back. And how is that for some fireworks on this Independence Day? July 4th, 1908, the New York Giants pitcher George Hooks Wills tossed a fabulous no-hit performance against the Philadelphia Phillies in a 10-inning game for a 1-0 victory for the Giants. July 4th, 1911, Chicago White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh stopped the 40-game hitting streak of one Mr. Ty Cobb as the hitting legend went 0 for 4 and a 7-3 win for the Sox over the Detroit Tigers at Bennett Park. July 4th, 1939, the Red Sox third baseman Jim Tabor, wearing number 5, hit a record-tying 2 grand slams in one MLB game. It was an 18-12 win versus the Philadelphia Phillies for the Red Sox that day. July 4th, 1939, that same day, Lou Gehrig became the first MLB player to have his number 4 jersey retired on his Appreciation Day at Yankee Stadium. During the ceremonies, the former Yankee star, suffering from a debilitating disease, made the iconic Luckiest Man speech. And we have an embed video of that on jerseydispatch.com, so make sure to check that out for this July 4th episode. And finally, July 4th, 1950, Boston Braves hitter wearing number 4, Sid Gordon, tied an MLB record season Grand Slam record of 4 base cleaners with the bases loaded hit versus the Phillies. 4 Grand Slams by one individual in one season, 1950, belongs to Sid Gordon. That's just some of the great sports events that happened for this sports break for the July 4th. Hope you enjoyed the history. Hope you join us each and every day for some more great sports history. And if you're looking for more, well, I suggest you go to the sportshistorynetwork.com, where there's 27 different podcasters talking about sports history of all different sports all the time. Thousands of hours of great listening experience there. I'm sure you'll fill up your download download quota each day, and there's still some more left. Also, you can go to pigskindispatch.com for some more great football history, and we have a different topic and feature every day and multiple articles that should be gaining your interest. So, till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
It was just another ordinary day in the offices of the Pittsburgh Guardian newspaper circa 1924. But for Marla Delft, assistant editor, everything was about to change. For she was about to discover the awesome attractiveness of Row 1 brand retro sports paraphernalia items thanks to Orville Mulligan, sports writer.
And there it is.
Wow, Orville, that's really the bee's knees.
Isn't it just? A poster-sized replica of the actual 1909 World Series program cover.
I can see that. But where did you get it? And where'd you get it framed?
I ordered it from the Row 1 website, where over 6,000 items of sports memorabilia from the 1880s to the 1990s are available for reproduction, in multiple sizes and in several different materials, with over a dozen styles of frame to choose from for prints like this.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Delft would love to put up more of these in the office. But I'm equally as sure they're beyond this newspaper's budget.
Not at all, my dear Marla. See for yourself. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. Oh my, these are good prices. Oh, and look at this stuff. Oklahoma-Nebraska football, college basketball art, Michael Jordan items.
And so
retro
it was that
sports
Marla Delft
advertisement
discovered the
placards.
splendiferous magic of Row 1 sports memorabilia, arts, and prints. You can too by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. That's ROW1 today for access to the full Row 1 catalog of gallery prints and gifts like t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, telephone cases, coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Act today for 15% discount off all prints with coupon code SHN15 and 20% off all other items with coupon code SHN20 at checkout. And keep your dial locked to the Sports History Network for the exciting chronicles of the 1920 sports world in Orville Mulligan, sports writer. Coming soon.